Hello, 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 hello. And welcome. Welcome to a very random stream. This was not scheduled. However, we are doing it anyways. Hello, 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 hello. And welcome, welcome, welcome. So today, guys, we are going to be doing a story stream. Purely the Sith Warrior. I need the footage for the Darth Baras Explained video, so we won't be using any cameras today. This is purely just for you guys. It's all bonus, so you're welcome. You're welcome. Figured we could hang out. Probably be here for like an hour, maybe longer. But if that disappoints you, just know that we will be streaming tonight, as normal. As normal, I did plan on streaming later tonight, so yeah, you've got that to look forward to as well. Nice. How's everyone doing? Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, Mike. Milos, good to see you here, my guy. Good to see you here. But it's weird to see a SWTOR screen up. But that's strange. But that's very freaky for you. I'm good, my dude. I'm good, my dude. Lovely with stream on your day off, Nicholas S. Awesome. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. You love Darth Baras? Barbas? What? Baras, right? Sure you're talking about Baras. You want me to make a tribute? I mean, we're going to be doing a lore video, Darth Baras Explained, which was scheduled for a long time. Hey, no, it's okay. Alright, so we're doing some Sith Warrior story. So we are about halfway through Drummond Cars, or maybe less than that, actually. We need to be at the unfinished Colossus. Okay, right. I don't have a QT there for some reason. I don't really know why, but alright, let's go. Is it even this way? Is the way to it? That's the heroic shadow spot, right? It's this way. It's gotta be this way. No, it's not. I think it is. Fuck it, we'll go this way. Doesn't matter. Hey, what's up, Clueless? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, it's just a bit of a bonus stream, I suppose. Just need to do a bit of recording of the story elements. It is definitely not this way. It's like through the camps, isn't it? God damn it, what was that place called? Is it up here somewhere? I'm missing somewhere, aren't I? What's that? Go for it then. One sentence. Better be good. Yeah, I know where I'm going. To the unfinished Colossus, boys. Ah, that's just mean. I mean, like, it's true. But in a modern society, it's mean to point it out. For some reason. Yeah, this is futuristic Minecraft. That's a pretty good summary, to be honest. Willis. You should take up writing, or maybe make your own YouTube channel. I actually could see you running your own YouTube channel. I mean, I don't think you'd be running it for very long. I feel like YouTube would probably ban you within like a day. But, you know, who knows? Like in that one day, you might do something pretty special. We are playing on Darth Malgus today.
Lord Baras informed me you'd be paying us a visit. I'm prepared to offer full assistance.
What brings me to this forsaken forest?
Permit me to update you on the situation.
Because you probably don't upload and do videos and stuff. That's why, man. Hey, welcome back, Teddy. Welcome to the stream, by the way, guys. Welcome, welcome. Haven't played this game since 2017. You think it's worth a try again? Since 2017, it's probably worth coming back to for at least a little bit, maybe. There probably isn't too much new stuff for you, though. 2017. What time in 2017 did you leave? I mean, does it even matter? I don't think it does matter, right? There's probably not loads for you to return to, my guy. You might be a little bit disappointed, but, you know, it's been a couple of years. If you need that fulfillment, get in, get on it.
More tenacious than you would expect, my lord. What no one knows news is that Lord Baras orchestrated the insurgents to disrupt one of his rivals, and he wants his involvement kept secret. Now the slave captains who led the revolt are threatening to expose Baras's...
There hasn't been any like major story updates. I mean, we had the expansion 6.0, which was called Onslaught, which brought arguably the shortest story we've seen so far, which is kind of frustrating.
They must be killed.
That is in sync with my instructions. Lord Baras wants you to kill...
What is the funnest part about this game for me? The funnest? Probably just playing with other people, which probably sounds really silly. But playing this game on my own really is a task for me at times. Not gonna lie, if I can do it with friends, then I'll basically do anything in this game so long as it's enjoyable.
I'll kill everyone I see.
Sure glad I've been liberated.
I have not for Kaka, but I am more than okay with you linking that stuff in the Discord chat. Wait, I'm technically like a BioWare influencer again. Should I be saying that? I don't know, man.
You have nothing to worry about, Vet.
The slaves are scattered throughout the area, but the captains tend to congregate near the international office. I'll wait here for your return.
I heard there was more for 6.0, but it got slowed dramatically due to COVID. I mean, Rook. Onslaught was released before the pandemic. Like, I'm not trying to say that the pandemic hasn't caused any issues for BioWare. I'm more than sure that it has. But Onslaught was released before the pandemic happened. And typically expansions are supposed to be prepared for. So while I admit that, yes, they probably have had some consequences due to the pandemic, but I refuse to admit that 100% of the fault would be because of the pandemic. I mean, purely based on the fact that Onslaught was released when? The back end of 2018, 2019, whenever it was. Sorry, I can't really recall the date accurately, but it's been over a year. Like, it's been a while. You know what I mean? So this should have been done. It should have been planned out. It should have been in the works already. Like, fair enough, they've encountered this stump now, but it could have been sort of avoided, and there's no such thing as hindsight on this, and I'm not trying to say that, but, you know, I get it. I get it. I just want you guys to remember that too. I feel like too many people put a lot of emphasis on the pandemic. Like, I completely appreciate it's affected so many people around the world. It's affected me a lot. Like, I'm out of a job at the minute. Like, I'm legit out of a job. Like, that's how bad it is for me. Like, it fucking sucks. Right? But don't put too much emphasis on it for BioWare. You know what I mean? Right now you can, but for Onslaught, maybe not.
Not another word.
That would be its launch anyways, specifically.
Just when you thought there weren't enough big statues on this planet.
It would 100% have 6.2 already without COVID. Absolutely. I agree. However, right. I feel like maybe I'm not putting my point across very well here. Let me put it this way. If the pandemic didn't happen, would the release of Onslaught's launch have been the same, and would it have had the same content? Yes. Absolutely. Would it be the same right now? Probably not. It'd probably be different, right? But when we're talking about the launch of Onslaught and what came with it at that time, absolutely not. Pandemic did not affect that even a little bit. Not even in the slightest. Absolutely, Marvin. That's what I'm trying to say here. Like, a lot of people keep bringing up the pandemic, and it's like, I get it. You know, like, I'm not trying to say that what the devs are doing right now is, you know, not good. You know, I've constantly praised the devs for continuing to work. I think that's amazing, but don't lose sight. You know what I mean? I mean, Hoodicon, that would have been cool to see. We're just going to kill some random guys here, I suppose, while we chat. That would have been cool to see, but, You know, I suppose they wanted to put all their eggs in one basket with Anthem. They had a big team for Anthem. Big team. Big team. That could have been an epic expansion for this game instead. But, you know, we got Anthem. Whatever. Because they still have to get approved by Disney, similar to how Star Trek Online has to get approval from CBS. I mean, I'm not entirely sure the inner workings of how that is. It's one of the questions I've actually been meaning to ask Charles, is how much creative freedom he has when it comes to writing story for the games. Because obviously, you know, they can't report to Disney about every minor little fucking detail, right? So they need to have some extent of creative freedom as to stuff that they can do with this game without needing any kind of approval. And I'm very curious as to what that kind of limit is and whether or not they drew the line at the swoop rally. Because the swoop rally, honestly, is still breaking my heart to this day. And I feel like if anyone who was a Star Wars fan was to just, you know, pass that off, might have just slapped someone. You know what I mean? Okay, we'll move on from that. Okay, we need the slave captains. And I don't have nameplates on for some reason. Life of a YouTuber. I'm playing an Immortal spec, by the way, for anyone curious. Do I not have my insert? Oh, yeah, I do have my insert. It's down there. Should probably level it pretty quickly. Maybe not. Since we're not wearing anything. And we don't have any XP boost currently. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it's fine. Right? Am I wearing it? That'll do. That'll do. That'll be alright. In case you have not seen the rumors of the new Flashpoint either, Sam. I mean, what are the rumors? Are we just talking about the Mandalorian Flashpoint coming with one of the next updates? I can't recall exactly which one it's with. Is that with 6.2? Is it 6.2? I think it might be. Anyways. Yeah, thanks to you, all the Anthem funding really paid off. I've been meaning to maybe take a look back at Anthem. You know, maybe actually do a one-off video on Anthem. Take a look at it and actually get my thoughts on it, because I never tried the game out properly, so I feel like that'd be an interesting video. But then again, I don't know, man. Is it even worth download? Yikes. I was glad to see about BioWare Remastered, the old game, and see their dev team is active on Mass Effect. Yeah, man, it's awesome to see the remasters actually confirmed, because loads of people were talking about it. If you didn't know, HoodieCon, we've been streaming Mass Effect, and we're currently on the third game. We've been playing through all of them. Awesome playthrough. Pretty cool so far. But yeah, we're really happy to see that there's going to be a remaster next year. That's awesome. I've done some HM with my Juggernauts. I'm going to start to do HM. What I'm starting to do. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Nah, it's not bragging at all. I'm really glad that you're dipping your toes in, my guy. I mean, if you checked out Peter's recent interview that he had with the I say interview, sort of like exclusive little summary interview that he had where he's been put on the launcher and stuff. It's awesome news. I mean, if you saw that, he was encouraging people to actually play operations and do veteran mode operations and things, and I think that's awesome. So if you're doing that as a result of that, then that's epic, man. That is epic. Even if not, it's awesome. It's always good to hear that people are doing raiding in this game. Just because of the devs saying before that raiding just isn't in like the top 5 of replayed content. It makes me smile to know that there actually is people raiding. Of course, we don't have a QT. How often do you think expansions will be released? Every 3 to 4 years? Dude, there has been no consistent pattern with the release of BioWare's expansions. And I know this because I did the video BioWare is my expansion. And I looked into this and I checked them and I analyzed the release dates, the launch dates, the announcement dates, and I looked for patterns. And there isn't any. There is no singular pattern. In fact, it might surprise you to learn that Shadow of Revan, from the moment it was, I think from the moment of its announcement, I'm unsure. It took 10 months. 10 months between Rise of the Hutt Cartel and Shadow of Revan. Wait, that might actually, I think that's the wrong way around. Sorry, forgive me. Between Shadow of Revan and Knights of the Fallen Empire, there was 10 months. Yeah, so Shadow of Revan released. 10 months later, Knights of the Fallen Empire released, which is arguably the largest story update we've had, period. I say arguably, it is. Mario, yes, there is. Star Pass, as someone said in the chat. I actually have a guide on that. If you just wash that into YouTube somewhere, Central Network Star Pass guide, that'll come up. You hope the 10th anniversary is something good? So do I. So do I. Well, let's see. You can only do any raid once a day, but you can do Ham Station infinitely, so devs are smoking crack on that one. Lockouts are fun, right? Where am I going? Why did this happen? Why am I this way? You guys are distracting me with interesting conversation. I should have known this would happen the moment I started up a Star Wars game. Sam, you need to stream in 12 PM. Maybe? I don't know, man. It's probably because it's Star Wars, right? I'm good, fighter. Welcome to the stream, my guy. How you doing? Oh, no way.
Their next of kin won't be able to identify them.
I don't need to record the Darth Baras scenes.
Must stay, my lord. It's been inspiring.
Don't need any of this extra gibberish.
Prostrate yourself elsewhere, Imperial.
I'm sorry if I've angered you. I'll inform Lord Baras that the situation has been...
It's not a fun experience for people. I feel for you on that. Yeah, so just back to the expansion thing. Yeah, so after analyzing it, after analyzing the data, if you wish, if you will, there is no consistent pattern that is visible to us anyways, or at least that is visible to me. You know, there might be some sort of internal pattern that they have, but there absolutely isn't one that I can see. Do you think the lack of content before Onslaught was due to Anthem development, and now that Anthem is over, they will focus on SWTOR? It's hard to... See, I want to disagree, right? Like, I want to say that, you know, Anthem didn't have an effect on the development of this game. But I think maybe we all know that it did. Right, I think that's probably true. But I don't think that now that it's over, that they will do anything more for this game. I think if anything, this game is going to get left out even more. And I think that's what we saw with Onslaught. And I think that's probably what we're going to continue to see. Just the one thing that I'm really hoping is that this 10th anniversary really is something that the players deserve. Because, you know... How long has Keith been running the show now? Keith has been running the show for 3 years? 3 years now? Just longer? I'm talking about Keith, kind of game director here. Yeah. And I'd just like us all to just, reflect on the things that Keith has been doing for us as players. Because I actually personally really like Keith, to an extent. And I don't mean that on a personal level, by the way. I just mean that on the level of a developer. I think a lot of the stuff that Keith has done for this game has actually been fantastic. He's probably been the best person to be at the head for a long time. A long time. Many years. That being said, maybe Keith's focus has been a little bit too narrow. If you know what I'm saying. Let me explain. Let me read the chat first. 10th anniversary is a one-time purchase of $60 and a free Revan mount. Dude, I would be so mad. DVL event would be nice, since a lot of people missed it the first time. I've actually seen that come up quite a lot for Kaka, and I actually plan to put this in my interview with Musker coming up. I know a lot of people have been asking to see a Return of the Dark versus Light event. I dread the day it returns. Hopefully I don't have to do it again. But I agree that it is quite a large event that happens, and if you are a person who is into that sort of thing, then you would probably gain a lot of enjoyment from doing it. I just hope that the rewards are better this time. It's for me it was a massive, just a grind. Just like some of it was very basic and like I do this anyway, so this will be easy. And then some of it was like I've spent years avoiding this stuff. Like why are you making me play GSF? Why are you forcing me into it, game? I don't want to do this. I don't want to play 5 games. It's funny. It's funny. There's going to be another Star Wars MMO eventually. Maybe not another, another 5, 10, even 20 years. But there was another one. Wouldn't SWTOR have to end? I mean, SWTOR's going to end. Absolutely. At some point. I mean, everything has an end, right? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if maybe even this 10th anniversary is some sort of beginning of the end. It might even be some form of self-acknowledgement of, hey guys, we know that this game isn't probably going anywhere in its future because its engine sucks. So we've decided to revamp all of the previous assets, give all the new players an absolutely amazing experience, and then shut the game down in a couple of years, at which point we'll announce a new Star Wars game we're working on. And hopefully that is the case. I actually hope for that. I mean, from the ashes of this game, something new and more glorious will rise. That is sure. Hey, is it Relicate? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. The event would be a whole other thing back then. The game was a little bit easier than 4 years ago. That's true. That is true. It has lived longer than Galaxies. I mean, there's one thing... Listen, right? MMOs come and go. We've seen it. WildStar. Trying to think of another game I can't. But other games, right? Other MMOs. We've seen it happen, right? Everyone says this about SWTOR, yet it never happens, right? And no one listens to the answer because no one likes the answer. The answer's simple. This game won't die because it's Star Wars. That is the reason. If this was anything else, pick anything, it would be dead. I guarantee it, 1,000,000%. This game is alive based purely on the fact that it is Star Wars, and its audience adores it. Yeah, pretty much Relicate. I'm also good, by the way. How you doing today? When is Life Day happening again? You missed that last time. Life Day always happens in the holidays. I can't really recall any exact dates, but I want to say it lasts for at least a few weeks, up to a month maybe. So just expect it sometime in December at least. It's possible we'll make a video on that, so you could always keep an eye out for that. December, January, yeah, December. I reckon December. It'll have to be December, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Milos, man. So what we were talking about, because I've read the chat and now I've just like completely lost my train of thought. Right. Okay. Before we do that, then let's just have a little breather here, because I need to record this scene. I need to record this Darth Baras scene coming up. So I'm gonna mute my microphone for the period of this cutscene. So just enjoy.
I don't care what you do. Break my bones, burn my flesh. I'll tell you nothing.
I will not be denied.
Go spit, you monster!
I didn't know bodies could bend like that. I think I'm gonna be sick.
Stupid chat box.
I don't care what you do. Break my bones, burn my flesh. I'll tell you nothing.
I will not be denied.
Go spit, you monster!
I didn't know bodies could bend like that. I think I'm gonna be sick.
Don't empty your stomach on my boots.
Ah, apprentice, you've returned. Commander Pritch confirmed that the slaves have been silenced. Good. I'm still trying to extract the information I crave from this Republic agent. He is much more resilient than anticipated.
I'm interested in helping.
All I require is time. Just leave me to my work. I have another important task for you. It involves a renegade Sith Lord named Grathan, a particularly bothersome thorn in my side. Meet with my apprentice, Drykel Ball. He's my covert operative in Grathan's compound. Ball claims to have made a key discovery.
Invading a Sith compound is my kind of work.
Grathan's presence is useful to me, so I don't want him killed, just crippled. Find out what Ball has discovered, and do exactly as he instructs.
Too bad. I would love to kill a Sith Lord.
No doubt someday you will have your chance to try, one way or another. Now then, Republic wretch, where were we? Oh, yes. Tell me what I wish to know.
Baras is like low-key pretty epic. He's actually a pretty well-written bad guy. There's no camera up, Epic, just while I'm doing story stream. You know, I am here. I'm actually sat here in my dressing gown. Here, I'll prove it. You can see me. There's no light on there, so like there's... Wait. There we go. Hi. Just chilling. Killing. Yeah. How you doing, Epic? I don't know if they will bring back the Dark versus Light event. But I suppose I would be willing to encourage it. I'll ask Muska when I get the opportunity, which is going to be very soon. I will personally ask if the Dark versus Light event is on the developer's radar and if it's coming back. Okay, we'll get a very clear, concise answer, hopefully. I mean, this is Eric we're talking about. He's going to be dodging questions like Goku was dodging Jiren. But, we'll see how it goes.
Ready for departure.
I like Eric, though. Eric is chill. I feel like some of the other devs are a little bit socially awkward, not gonna lie. Probably Eric and Charles. Maybe a couple others that are pretty well spoken there. Mainly Eric. Eric is brilliant.
Destination.
If you ever had the opportunity to speak with Eric Musco, the community manager, like if you ever go to a Cantina event in the future, or just if you have ever presented with that opportunity, you should do it. He is a really, really nice guy, and you will be a better person after having speaking with him. I assure you. He's really cool. The interview should be hopefully within the next week or two. I say within the next week. I mean, like, that's, hopeful thinking. Within the next 2 weeks is much more realistic. But the moment I have an exact date, I will tell you, so don't worry. Eric is like Yoda then. He knows how to talk. You know what I mean? Like, and he knows how to take criticism. He knows how to respond to a conversation. Like, you're talking with a friend or something. This friend does something that fucking annoys you, right? And you bring it up. And then your friend gets all prissy. And then you fall out and you don't talk to each other for 2 years, right? With Musco, he's like, dude, I get that. Musco is the dude that you want to have a beer with. You know what I mean? You want to sit down, have a beer, roll a blunt, and just talk about the past. And am I in love with Musco? I might be in love with Musco, guys. I don't know how I'm going to break this news to Olivia. Hot. Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Just run, vet. It's cool. She's murdering them. Look at her go. Jesus. What's up, my guy? Tell them to make a Cantina event in Europe. That would be amazing. I would love it if they came back to the UK. If they did another Cantina in London or anywhere in the UK, I would absolutely be there. Absolutely, 100%. I would have to go. I would be obliged to go. There is no other way. They should come to Hungary. Do you know what they should? I actually agree. I agree. And to be fair, I think I could be wrong, but isn't Hungary like a good location from people in Europe to get to? Isn't it quite an easy connect? So if there was one in Hungary, wouldn't that kind of work out for a lot of people? There are some good places, yeah. Germany? I imagine Germany would be a great place for a Cantina event. In fact, I'm pretty sure they do have Cantina events there. Just because you don't see the, English-speaking developers.
You must be the operative Lord Baras sent. I thought
Never
she was
once.
a stealthy assassin, not some senseless
West
spy.
Europe would suck if it took place here because it's far away, but the eastern part of Europe would probably enjoy it.
Just tell me the situation here.
Fine. I'll rise above my discontent.
Well, what would be everyone's ideal location? If there was to be a cantina event,
Boldly defies the dark
one that
council.
you could attend, where would you want it to
Way
be?
here, he's been untouchable.
Let's know. Put it in chat.
Baras wants to
Where would you
let
want it to be?
them know he can be reached.
For me personally, I would like it to be somewhere in the UK.
Lord Grathan has
Doesn't
a son.
particularly matter where. Somewhere in the Midlands would be pretty ideal. Ideal location next to your home. Yeah, just like in your back garden. Just tell the devs, yeah, we'll have a barbecue.
He's kept his son a secret.
We'll get the ice cooler out.
Grathan would be
We'll
dead
play
if his
charades.
child and heir was dead. That would
We'll set off
save
some
his
fireworks. We'll get arrested. It'll be great.
Won't killing his son just make Grathan mad?
Lord
You don't mind the
Baras
UK?
is
30 minutes
Baras
flight
now.
easy? Hell yeah, man.
Make him sloppy.
They won't do it anyway. It costs too much. If they do continue an event, they have to stop doing content for SWTOR for the next 5 years.
Since birth. Have your hands full.
Ah, epic. Epic. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. I should ask Eric about that. I should say to Eric, I should be like, Eric, dude, listen. Hey, be real with me. How much are you guys spending on your budget? Right? Stop ordering. Stop getting from Taco Bell. Stop going to cantina events. Stop spending the SWTOR budget on shit. Could you imagine if that actually was the case?
Fill my hands with his entrails.
My, how graphic. You're a true Vulgarian. Grathan's away on business. I managed to hack a special spike that will get you inside his private quarters. But first you're going to have to knock out Grathan's surveillance station so you aren't...
Make
seen
one
in
news story for
the woods.
SWTOR. 2. Host a cantina event and let the game die about new story.
What do I care if I...
It's amusing to think about.
The surveillance system is also a sophisticated defense network. If you don't destroy the system...
It is amusing. It's amusing to think about.
You'll never make it. All you have to do is locate the
Chow
monitoring
spent the budget on his
stations
cosplay.
around the
Nah, it's all his personal hobby, isn't it?
Stick your lightsaber in them. Think you can handle that brute?
It's not like they're shooting movies or something, right? In Bioware, Texas.
Destroy the
Austin.
monitoring stations, then get inside
Yeah,
Grathan's private
they're making a
quarters.
game. It's not like they can just
Son's
take
name
outfits home
is Beelzley.
or something. They don't have outfits there.
End him. I'll meet you back here when you're done. Try
They
not
have
to
digital
steal
outfits.
Kinda like his attitude.
A lot of digital outfits, and I mean like, you know, probably the biggest library of digital outfits in any game in existence. Should ask him to make a new story trailer. Right. But then they definitely won't have any budget. Jesus. Jesus. Install the newest Assassin's Creed if you're even a bit interested. It is truly a great step up, so much amazing stuff. Only the optimization is well on Ubisoft. Is it not on PC yet? I'm assuming we're talking about Valhalla. I'd love to be able to stream Valhalla.
If I die, I'm going to haunt you.
Ooh. Yeah, Valhalla. New trailer comes out in 2020. Experience the new story in 2025. You played 8 hours of Valhalla? Awesome, dude. Did you finish Odyssey? Sam, come play in Satil Shan. Why? What's good on Satil Shan? What's happening? Elevators. The final frontier. Yeah, you have finished Odyssey? Nice. Damn it, now I need to finish Odyssey. Escape the RP on Darth Maul. What? What if I don't want to? Oh, what do you mean I can't reach? There we go. Axe. Smash! Shredded. Hey Olivia, you want to play Valhalla? Apparently Olivia wants to play Valhalla. Question. So if I stream Valhalla, would you guys like that? I mean, there are many games that I have tested so far for streaming. And I appreciate the fact that we haven't been back in streaming for long yet. And this stuff takes time. So we attempted to stream Odyssey, which we did. We had many streams of Odyssey. But it's a huge game. Huge commitment. So we can go back to that if you want. But we gotta do that shit together. Like, I ain't doing this shit alone. Alright? We gotta do that shit together. That's how this works. That's how this works. However, I would like to point out the fact that we do have the Mass Effect playthrough, which I would very much like to finish. Ride the hype of Valhalla.
You don't know the half of it, kid.
I am Sylvanta Gratham.
You can always get back to Odyssey. Yeah, well, to be honest, I'm maybe just thinking I should just play Odyssey in my own time.
My name won't matter when you're dead.
You'll find out
Maybe I can enjoy it more that way. It was very open worldy.
But I am Sith.
You know what, Fakaka? I've actually been thinking about Fallen Order. I kind of do actually want to play it. I do have it. It is an option for us.
Enough. It's clear we are not your match.
I did get bored of Fallen Order, but recently I've had the edge to play it. So, I'd be down for that.
I kill your son to wound your husband.
Mother, if I am the target, save yourself. I don't want to see you die.
My son, you must not sacrifice yourself for anyone, not even me. You must endure.
Yeah, I mean, if you're used to a game that's full of options and, you know, open world RPG, that sort of thing, I guess it's a very different style game, right? I did enjoy it. I enjoyed it quite a lot, but it did also still feel like a very, how can I put it, linear experience, or non-linear? Linear?
Those aren't
Someone help me. I'm not a smart person.
No, Mother. If I am to die, I die alongside you.
It's on rails. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you know, it forces you in the direction. Yeah. Has everybody here actually played Fallen Order? And how many of you spoiled it for yourself? How many of you had the ending spoiled? Light side choice is much cooler here. Yeah, but we only really roll with dark side choices here. I mean, if you want a safe, peaceful, happy environment, And you should take off your headphones and go back inside your home and sit down and talk to your family. But when I sit down and I play Star Wars, you better be damn sure I'm gonna choke a few bitches. And you better be damn sure I'm gonna stab a few others. Kill dad, sleep with mum, and have vet watch. To be fair, that is quite a satisfying outcome. However, my Juggernaut is participating in November, so this is impossible. This is impossible. This is Dessel, by the way. This is Darth Bane. Darth Bane. You spoiled it because you got bored of it, so you watched the important stuff. The fight on Dathomir was pretty epic, not gonna lie. Oh, dude. That's actually... I think that's the only fight that I struggled with. It took me a few attempts. Every fight, I sort of didn't have a problem with it. I think Trilla killed me due to some shenanigans. It actually looked a little bit buggy. But otherwise, she was fairly straightforward. Don't know why so many people had an issue with her. But yeah, that dude. Wow. He was actually pretty difficult until I learned that I can't remember what the name of the move was, but it's like the heavy swipe where you use it's the one you use as you bring out both your single hilt lightsabers, I think, and it's like a heavy swipe. And I was using that on him, and as I started to use that on him, I realized it was doing basically the most damage and breaking his guard and stuff, and I could do more damage to him afterwards, and that carried me through the entire fight, basically. Right, I see. Trilla was hella buggy in the beginning. Yeah, I played it on console too, like for the first time. Swapping from single to double has a very strong move. That might be what it was. It was a heavy attack. It did use up the adrenaline, stamina thing, force, whatever it was.
You're a condescending windbag, Baal.
You're a condescending windbag. Such a British thing to say, isn't it? That's not like a Sith Juggernaut thing to say. You're a condescending windbag. What the fuck? It sounds like something my grandma might say. Like, what? Is that actually what this Dark Lord just said?
Why don't you back up that mouth with action?
That's exactly what I had in mind. Killing the murderer of Grathan's son will solidify my cover here. Baras can replace you easily.
There's only a two single-bladed move, right? Not a full two-bladed gameplay. I'm not sure what that question is for Kaka. I almost had a stroke reading it, I'm not gonna lie. I'm sure the English is correct,
Baras will
but...
be needing a new spy. I'm going to enjoy killing you.
Though I'm more than capable of facing you alone, a smart man uses every advantage. And I am a smart man.
I can't remember how much time we put into you can't type, don't worry about it. Dude, no, it's just me. It's just me. Okay, Olivia, no worries. Oh, I'm dropping stuff. Return to Darth Baras. You can play with a single hilt, two single hilts, or double bladed, right? That's my understanding. Actually, wait, no. I think, no. You can use a single hilt or a double bladed. I think that's what you can do. And then when you use the two lightsabers, it's always part of another move. Like it's part of a combo or something. The same guy, that's what you meant? Yeah. Okay, fair enough. The same guy who done Assassin's Creed Revelations, Black Flag, and Unity did Valhalla. Now it is amazing, to say the least. Dude, you're making me really want to play it. Like, I saw it on console the other day, and it was like 82 quid or something, and it's like, what? I don't know what version or edition that was, but games are just so expensive these days. I'm not a guy with expensive taste. Like, I'm used to being able to go to CD Keys or something and spending like a $5 on something. You know what I mean? Like, I'm happy with the games that I have. So when a new game comes out and it costs loads of money, I dread it. I absolutely dread it. Just because I never have to spend that much on games. It's so insane. I was absolutely blessed. Absolutely blessed when Battlefront 2 came out, the EA version. Because that was super expensive. It was really expensive. But I had it gifted to me. And it didn't cost them a penny either. They got it for free. So don't worry about that. This is all like an internal thing. This is actually Necrodom. You guys know him. It was Necrodom. He worked at EA and he hooked us up. It was awesome. I was truly blessed for that moment. But yeah, games these days are truly just too fucking expensive. Too expensive. Like, wow. Wow. Like, I remember when my mom used to take me to the game store when I was a kid. Like, you know, 6, 7, 8. You know, games around that time were like a tenner. £10, £15, you know. Or you buy 3 for 20 quid. You know, at most, you'd maybe see one at about 25 quid. And these days, it's just triple that sometimes on launch. And it's, wow. Wow. And most games aren't even as cool as the old games. When was the last Skyrim? Because that shit went recent. I need this cutscene. I need to record this. I will read the chat while we record this cutscene.
I cannot break him!
Nice lungs you got there.
Mind your tongue, or I will cut it out!
Okay, I'm officially scared.
This is impossible. An unknown power must be shielding this man, which only confirms my suspicions. This Republic agent is the key to unlocking the threat we face. I must harness my rage and frustration. They will lead me to an answer.
Wake me when you figure it out.
Your insolence will one day be your undoing. I would punish you if I wasn't so pleased with your progress. And the word has spread that Lord Grathan is incensed at the slaying of his secret son. I take it that was your handiwork?
You see it correctly.
My confidence in you is growing. I haven't heard from Dreikel Ball, my agent in Grathan's camp. He's missed a scheduled communication. Let me guess. He gave you trouble, did he?
I bled him dry and danced on his corpse.
No matter. He fulfilled his primary purpose. Every Sith must attempt to orchestrate his own promotion. Now, back to my prisoner. There's one last possibility to break him. I thought it impossible, but perhaps there's a small chance you could pull it off. Over a millennium past, the Emperor claimed Drummond Cass and made the Dark Temple the epicenter of Dark Force energy. In the bowels of the temple, he conducted horrifying experiments that drained the knowledge and life essence from all the greatest Sith Lords of the time.
Sounds like my kind of guy.
I'm sure that he would be relieved to hear that you approve. The Emperor created a device called the Ravager that ate his victims' minds and delivered to him their greatest secrets. No one could withstand the Ravager's intrusion. Even the strongest Sith Lords of the Empire confessed whatever the Emperor craved.
Let me guess, you want me to get the Ravager?
It may be my only chance to break this Republic worm. The Emperor keeps the Ravager hidden in the Dark Temple, which has, in his absence, become a death trap. There's a good chance the horrors that await you will be too severe. But it's worth your life to me. The legends describe a secret chamber in the depths of the Dark Temple, where the Ravager was encased. You'll know the device by its inscription. Be swift, apprentice.
Wow. Savage. Did you guys see that line that came up? At the bottom there? Option 2. It said something like, "Good man, the Emperor." It's funny. It's funny. Yeah, you paid how much for the full version? The standard version? 52 euros? That's... Dude. Damn. Just, damn. Just gonna go there and use the attack. Why though? Because it's just gonna be out here.
Ready for departure. Enjoy your stay.
You know, I'll get 2 hours for every euro I spend, and the game so far and what I watched is amazing. I mean, it all comes down to something that I like to say quite a lot. And anything has as much value as what you put into it, right? As what you put into it. I don't mean like the money. I just mean like how much you personally, how much you value that at. And if that is what you just said, then fair enough. Not that you need to justify yourself to anyone, I don't feel. But that is a lot of money in my eyes. I don't think I could justify that myself. Like if I was to do that, I'd be like, wow. It's a lot. No game's worth $100 even. I mean, I think you're right. I think ultimately you're right. You're right. Whoever how much you spent on SWTOR, way too much. I mean, for Kaka, we could do like a very rough calculation right now. Let's have a look. Let me bring up my calculator, which isn't on screen for you guys, but I can see it. Right, now I've been playing this game for like a minimum of about 9 years, right? You know, on and off. Very much on and off, right? So let's just go with 9 years, right? Now, I've been subbed to the game 100% of the time that I've played. Anytime I've played the game, I have always been a subscriber. I have never accepted anything less than subscriber status because I always do end game content anytime I play. Therefore, subscription is required. So, with the 9 years foundation, let's just take a wild number here, right? And let's just so we can go with some sort of wild estimate minimum, right? And let's just say that half of that time I've been subbed. So let's just say 4.5 years I've been subbed, right? I think that's fair. I think let's just say that. That's probably a lot less than what it actually is, but let's go with that. You're the same way? Hell yeah, my guy. Guys, you paid $500 for a super horsepower space. I just paid $9 plus the game was $60. The consoles would be $800. I mean, that's trying to swing the balance between consoles and games. I feel like that's not the direction to go. I don't feel like that's the way to solve it. It is a direction to take, absolutely, but I don't feel like that's the direction that would solve the overall issue. I feel like it's a direction that would possibly present another issue. And, yeah. Can't believe your eyes welling down to read the comments. 702 for subscription sounds for 4.5 years. 702? Wow. Now, that's not even counting the amount of money like I've spent on cartel coins, that sort of thing. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. And, this is actually one of the things that comes to mind whenever we talk about something about the game and we have an opinion or a passion about it. And people criticize you for that, and people say, hey, why are you complaining? And this is a game. It doesn't really matter, right? But when you sit down and you put things into perspective, right, you're allowed to criticize. Everyone is allowed to do this. Everyone is allowed to criticize anything that they are passionate about, right? And when you've invested years of your life and hundreds, apparently, potentially over $1,000 into a game, I think that qualifies you for an opinion, okay? Like, you were entitled to that opinion from the get-go anyways, but when you have that, I feel like it entitles you even more so to that opinion. I don't feel like people should be criticizing you for, you know, unless, of course, you're being a dick. Like, if you're being a dick, then, you know, people should tell you that. Yeah. And then based on Ben, it absolutely is, my guy. It absolutely is. GG for nursing. We also structured the look on what I presume Ben would possibly look like. Every stereotypical Sith warrior in the galaxy. How much did you get from KOTOR YouTube channel? Money from YouTube, maybe hours spent having fun. Do you guys want to know? Do you want to know? Would you guys like to see? I will show you. You see, I'm the sort of guy where it's like, you know, if you don't ask me a question, I probably won't tell you the answer. But I'm pretty transparent, I'm pretty straightforward, and I've always been that way. So, if that is something you're actually interested in, then I will show you. I will show you the accumulated total that the YouTube channel has earned the entirety of its existence. I'll show you that. You guys happy with that? Hey, what's up, Lee Evans? Welcome back to a stream, my guy. How you doing? How you doing? I'm all good. According to Social Blade, you should get 26 to 410 a month, but no way that's correct. I mean, it's not wrong. The figure is between those numbers, absolutely. But I mean, anyone could guess that. Okay, all right. Let's have some guesses. All right, because you guys seem to be excited about this. Let's have some guesses. This is basically 5 years, just over 5 years of monetized content. What do you guys think? Take a stab. Let's see a few numbers and then I'll show you guys. I'm allowed to do this, by the way. These are my stats. This is the revenue that I have earned. I'm more than allowed to do this. $1 billion. 12K. Between $1 and $1,000 a month. Overall, 16K. Wow. I mean, okay, all right. I'll just show you. I'll just show you. Let me just make sure the window capture is going to be on the correct screen. Even. Yep. Yes, it is. There you go. That is the accurate number. That is the lifetime of this YouTube channel. You can see the ups. You can see the downs. Okay, Olivia. Yeah, that's what it looks like. I don't know if that's surprising to you guys. I don't know if that's higher or lower than what you would have possibly imagined. That's fair for just playing games and having fun. Yep. You are so not close. I mean, 100% of this revenue has gone into, you know, supporting myself, the YouTube channel. It's gone into buying various and numerous amounts of equipment, different types of software. It's been a very massive help. It's been a huge help over the years. I mean, you guys have got to keep in mind here that this number has to be divided by you know, like the past 6 years almost, just over 5 years. You know, so it doesn't calculate a living wage, but it does calculate, you know, an income of sorts. You know, if you guys want to see something maybe a little bit more accurate, if I actually change this time period, if I go to like the last 7 days here, look, in the last 7 days, the most current last 7 days of the YouTube channel, this is the estimated revenue. So that's a little bit more of an accurate, you know, representation of what we would receive. And I would probably agree with this. Looking at this, I would agree with this for the past 7 days. I would say that that's pretty spot on. Amadeus, thank you my guy. That does mean a lot. The alert won't pop up though, just during a story stream. So thank you if you did press that sub button. Thank you. You need more naked ladies on thumbnails, maybe. I'm gonna take this off screen now. You guys have seen this now. Yeah. This isn't the first time I've shown this, I don't think. I feel like I've done this before. But yeah, absolutely. It is good. It's not something I take for granted. I like to think it's not something I take for granted anyways. You know, and it has been a massive help over the years. It's been a tremendous help. A huge amount of help. Yeah. I mean, you know, realistically, you would imagine, you know, you imagine it as an extra income. This is what most people do when I first explain this to them. Most people see it as, oh, okay, so this is an extra income. It's something on the side. And really, it's not actually quite like that. So let me put it this way. When I was working, when I was employed, I'm currently not, but when I was employed and working, just because I was employed and working doesn't necessarily mean that I live comfortably or I'm 100% financially secure. That's absolutely not what that means. If anything, I've always been struggling my entire life. I always have. It's very true. It's probably very true for many people who live in my area, who are of my social status in my area. Culture. Anyways, so like the best way I could put this is that, you know, that money is spent on supporting myself as well. Like, I must stress that. Like, and I've never hidden that fact. Like, it does come, especially now, when it comes to paying bills, providing food. Literally, it actually helps. Right now, I have never been more grateful for YouTube revenue. Not ever in my life have I been more grateful for it, like, than this time right now in my current life. It's basically a blessing. Like, I'm fairly certain that without the YouTube revenue, I would be in a pretty bad spot, to be fair. I would probably be in a pretty bad spot, and I would probably be having to rely on many people too much. Yeah. So maybe it was a good thing I started the YouTube channel all those years ago. Like, you know, maybe it was meant to be. It was just like my thing to get me through. You know what I mean? And I kind of use it that way too, you know, like on a different level. Like, you know, this whole platform thing, making videos, streaming, talking with you guys, whatever it may be. You know, it's a brilliant outlet for me. It's a great place for me to be. I feel like it's good for me as a person to do this. Hey, Alistair, welcome to a stream. Glad you're here. You're crying now? Don't cry. Come here, give me a hug. I need to beat up a kid now. I'm gonna go find a Ravager Amadeus. I'm sorry, alright? I'm sorry. After my KOTOR remake on your Malik voice server, we will be rich. Milos, let's do it. Why am I doing the Malik voiceover? Is it because I'm bald? Is this a bald thing? Am I going to get dubbed over? Is this going to be another Vader situation? I'm going to be dubbed over, aren't I? You don't know what you got till you lose it. So in your case, you lost your job. Absolutely. I've experienced quite a lot of things. You know, like, I'm not trying to give you guys a sub story here. You know, But, you know, times are definitely tough. Over the past few months, yes, it's true, I lost my job. Things aren't going well. Pandemic, blah, blah, blah. Finding a job isn't great. Yeah. That's my life in a nutshell right now. Like, I'm not gonna lie. That's the truth. Hey, what's up, Grim? Welcome back. Sam should do the voiceover for Swoop. Not sure about that one. My life was like blah 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 blah. I will speak English. My life was a life of a lazy kid, playing basketball, doing nothing. My future to be wife changed me into a man, so I will be grateful for that forever. That's still a better love story than Twilight. That's just brilliant. That's great, Milos. I'm so happy that you managed to get a girlfriend. That's brilliant. Congratulations. Round of applause. Get on a COVID test site. They pay well. Flexible hours. Pretty good. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? I've been very lucky in that regard. I work at supermarkets and my job was pretty much safe. Can be thanks to people buying more food, etc. than ever before. Absolutely, Alistair. That is also good to hear. However, my situation was a little bit more complicated than what I might have said. Not that I want to bore you guys with the details, which I may or may not do at another point in time. But sort of like the TLDR for you in this case would be, I also worked in, you know, kind of retail. I specifically worked in a coffee shop called Costa, and I worked in management there. And you know, there was a lot of internal issues, combined with issues with the pandemic, combined with issues with my family, and other variables. So those things combined together were the cause and explanation of the reason as to why I had to leave my job. Now, I say leave my job. I say this very loosely. It's not a decision that was taken, you know, lightly. It's not like, you know, I went into work and I was like, hey guys, I'm leaving. Right? That's not what happened. But I feel like this is probably a conversation for another time. Because I'm going to be ending the stream pretty soon. What do I need to be doing here? I need to be killing something, don't I? It's because I'm talking. You guys are distracting me. So we'll finish up this mission. We'll wrap up, and then I'll be getting off stream. But I will be streaming again later tonight. You're more than welcome to remind me later on, and maybe I'll explain it then. But it's a pretty long-winded thing. Maybe something that I'd like to give context in, and just because otherwise at face value it just doesn't come off right. You know, so, you know, you say to anyone right now that, you know, you left your job, they're just gonna call you an idiot. So you know, I just want to make it clear there's a lot of context there. Stuff that I don't really want to go into right now. But that's it. A big old complicated mess. It's not. I know, right, Milos? How does this happen? Only at the Pleb Master stream. This is what being a pleb is about. There is a COVID vaccine, so hopefully it works and it will be gone by the end of the year. I mean, hopefully. And then stream early to go apply for a job on a COVID test. No, it's okay. I don't think I would. I don't think I would want to do that. It sounds like a very noble thing to do, to help in finding and testing a vaccine. However, my noble act will be the fact that somebody else can have my organs or something when I die. All right, that's my noble act. You don't need to ask any more of me. That's it. All right, that's enough. All right, that's my contribution to being a good person in society. Otherwise, I feel like I don't owe anyone anything. So no, I will not risk my life. I'm just as confused as you are, I think, Milos. I'm just trying to make sense of this. Like, what? Where am I from? Sound British? Well, that would be a pretty accurate guess. I am from the UK. Specifically, I am from the Midlands. I'm from a place called Hull. Australian. From Argentina. Wow. Nah, it's not noble at all. Easy as fuck. You don't do the test. You just give people the test or talk them through it. Wait, you give people the test? Or talk them through tests? Or both? That actually sounds kind of easy. Okay, maybe I'll look at that. If there's any truth in it, I'll look at that. I'll look at that. Anything's worth looking at. He's a bald man from Baldlands. That is, I mean, kind of true, I suppose. Why am I a dum-dum? I'm not a dum-dum. I was going to do an Australian accent for you, but I don't think I could pull it off. Or maybe I could, I don't know. You don't have to do stuff for COVID test things because you are not qualified for it. I'm not qualified for COVID test. What NPC do I need to kill? Possessed, confused explorers. Okay, we'll do this another time. You need a BTEC in maths to qualify? I mean... What, you think I don't have that? Traffic managing, checking people. Do you think there will be another MMO in the Star Wars universe, considering SWORD's always been around for a while? I mean, not at the same time. Yeah, I know, dude. Don't worry. I know you're missing. I know you're missing. I can detect a troll. Don't you worry, dude. There won't be another Star Wars MMO at the same time as this one, but I highly imagine there will be another form of Star Wars game that is online at some point in the future. It's gonna happen. Of course it'll happen. Jesus, that's like a really nice stretch. It felt pretty good. Right then, guys. That's me for today. Well, it's me till later tonight. I am going to end the stream now. An hour and a half is, yeah, it's about what I said. An hour or two, right? It'll do. It'll do. And I can get back to work on this later since Olivia's going to be home any second now. Okay, guys. Thank you for hanging out. I will catch you later tonight. If you guys are going to be around, I should be going live again roughly between 7:30, 8:30. Roughly, what, like 8 hours from now? Whatever. I don't know. You'll see it on the channel. Right. You guys have fun. Take it easy. Stay safe. Stay awesome. Catch you soon.